Hey guys, let's see how to check for custom types in TypeScript. So let's first create a component where we'll write the code to check for custom types. Let's create a component for custom type check. I'll copy this name so that I'll name the inside component the same. So I'll say import React from React. Then we'll have an interface for this component, and this interface is empty because we aren't expecting any props from parent. So this is something we are using so that we can provide this type in React.functional component. So now we'll say export const this component, and it is React.functional component. So this is how now we should return something here. Let's return a simple div. Now I'll import this component in app.tsx. So let me just say from this component, and we have exported only one thing in it. So if we go here and say see, it will show. Now all we need to do is call it here. So let's see custom check type component. So let's create a custom interface called iFullName and a prototype object for this interface. We will use this object for checking types of the test objects. So let's add an interface here. Suppose full name, and we'll say first name is string and last name is string. So now we will write one object of this type. So let full name type object, and it should accept full name props. So if you see it, this object will say we are missing first name and last name. So let's add first name as techno and last name. See, whatever you add, it has already accepted this. I'll just add virtue to it. This is how basically we write strong typing in TypeScript. As the response data may be of unknown type, we'll create test objects of unknown types and we'll write logic to check the types of these objects. So now let's create two more objects, and their type will be unknown because whenever we get data from backend or from some API call, the type check we need to do. So we'll consider these two objects as unknown. So let test object 1 and its type is unknown, and let this object have first name and last name. So these can be anything, need not be the same as above. And we'll have test object 2. This will also be of type unknown. So I'll just remove last name from this one. I'll give first name. Now we will write the actual function that will check if test1 or test object 1 or test object 2, either of them are suitable for full name props. So let's take cons check if full name type is the function name I am taking. So this function will, what it will accept? It will accept a data of any type and it will return if it is true or false. So here I'll write data of any type and here I'll return true. Now I'll be performing a check inside. So what I'll do is I'll take status equal to false at the beginning, true, status equal to true at the beginning, because we will check if first name and last name are present in this. So we'll use these two properties from full name type object and we'll check if these two properties are present in this object, it will return true. If present in this object, it will return true. If not, it will return false. So initially we'll have true, we'll change it to false if either of the properties is not present in these two objects. So let us say we are getting a data object. Now what I'll do is, we have this object which actually represents the full name props. So I'll loop through the keys of that object and I'll say if data dot has own property and that should be key. So if each key in the full name object is present in this test object 1, test object 2, whatever data we will send, then it should say status equal to true. But what we'll do is, if that key is not present, then we'll return status equal to false. So when we set the status equal to false and we return status here, now if any property is missing, it will return as false. If all properties are present, it will return as true. So let me write a query here. We'll have a parent div, then inside this div we'll write this query. We'll check for this and we'll pass test object 1 to it. So if this returns true, then we'll say if this returns true for test object 1, we'll say test object 1 matches full name props. Otherwise we'll say test object 1 does not match. So we'll do the same for test object 2. We'll just pass 2 here and we'll change this and this. So this is the code. Let's check the output. Test object 1 matches full name props, test object 2 does not match full name props. So if you see, we have Now let's consider a third object which has all the properties from full name, but it has extra properties as well. In that case, we need to make sure we maintain the type checking correctly. So suppose this one also has a middle name T. So if we pass this object again to the check, it will return true because currently we are not checking if this is a proper set. So if this has only the expected number of properties and not any extra properties, we are not checking that here. So if you see, object 2 matches full name props, we don't want that to happen. I didn't change this to object 3, so I'll change this. So now it will tell us object 3 matches full name props. So for that is simple, we just need to take all the keys from data. So here we have data, we'll take all the keys from data and we'll check if there are any extra keys in data that are not there in this prototype object. So if there is any extra item in this object which is not there in this prototype object, then it will still set the status to false. So now test object 3 does not match full name props. That's it guys. Thanks for watching the video. Do like, share and comment and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.